Let's introduce ourselves.
Peace, peace, peace. I'm Cosmo Galactus, part of the Fly Nerd Group. Peace to everybody. Peace, 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 peace. I see a lot of familiar faces in here. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for sharing your time with the Fly Nerd Group.
Peace.
Peace, I am Amby Warhol, aka I'm not gonna do that tonight, so y'all just know I'm the flyest motherfucker up here.
Anyway, I'm Moxie. I'm the first lady of Fly Nerd Group and only lady. So
For now,
y'all? No, okay. No, but yes, for now. And that's me.
Hey yo, it's Chicago in the building. No, it's Chicago in the motherfucking building. Yeah, I was acting like some zombies out there. That energy need to come up more. It's Chicago in the motherfucking building.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm Coach E Soul, started last member of the Fly Nerd Group. I just wanted some better energy is all. I love y'all. Y'all beautiful people. Thank you for coming out tonight. We got a lot of Chicago elites in the house, if you ask me, lyrical elites.
Yeah, history is in the place right now.
Yeah, history is definitely in the building. So yeah, I'm excited to be here tonight. I hope y'all just as excited to be here.
Yes.
First of all, I want to give a shout out to Haymarket. If you haven't tried a lot of the different brews, some of y'all, I see y'all got their brews and drinks. They get down. They make some amazing beers, including the Fly Flex. Shameless plug. They also have some other cool beers that have just got on the menu that they brewed, actually. Forgive me, Mike, for not remembering the names of them, but I think one of them is...
Something.
Something you should check out.
Exactly. Please see the bartender for details. And also, shout out Wolf Point Distillery. We have a representative also in the place. They have, now, for those who are bourbon or whiskey drinkers, who really... Right, exactly. People who fuck with, they also do a vodka, which is great. They also do a gin, which is kind of an amazing pair if you think about it, for one distillery to do so many amazing things, but all of them are on the level and good as hell. So if you're in the mood, there you go. If you're in the mood for a gin, a whiskey, or a bourbon, when you talk to the bartender, ask her for Wolf Point. They're right here in Chicago. They're around the corner, actually, not too far from here, and they are really good. So you get the chance to experience two local, both a brewery and a distillery that is Chicago-based, full of Chicago history and heritage. I mean, just the names alone, if you know about the Haymarket riots, if you know about Wolf Point, you know and understand where they're coming from in terms of their history. But yeah, I just wanted to get that a shout out. Remember, when you place your orders, tip your bartender because she's working hard, and that shit's good. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, she's awesome. And she's here every weekend.
Here you go. So let's move on, man. So we got a lot of Chicago history in here. Let's just talk about just some music real quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. What's new? Jay-Z verse?
Well, that's what everybody's talking about, Jay-Z verse.
Jay-Z verse?
The only thing that I found interesting was the barbershop conversation about Jay-Z's verse having 3 layers to it. Which is the listener's level, which is just everyday people who don't really necessarily know anything about anything, but they like the song. So then you got the people who are part of the culture, who are part of that world that he is representing through his verses. And then you have, his crew, his niggas, the guys that he fuck with. Those are the 3 different tiers that actually any MC will always represent and present in their bars. So you got what most people identify as a double entendre, but that triple entendre is when it's something that everybody can relate to, then the people who are part of the culture relate to, and then, like if it was a Fly Nerd, joke that only we get, but it's still in the bar that y'all can relate to, but we understand from a different level. So everybody is really championing Jay-Z's name for that purpose, only because most people don't take the time to think about the bars of other MCs. But the fact is that he just marketed himself in that way where everybody talks that way, but every MC should do it. And I specify MCs, if I'm being accurate, right?
For sure.
I mean, it's cool.
Hey, I wasn't talking about whether his verse was dope or not. I mean,
I mean, I get the style and the format, but that's what he do. But I mean, as far as like bar for bar, I didn't hear anything.
It wasn't that complicated.
Yeah, it wasn't. Thank you. Shout out to Tony Bennett.
And that's what I'm saying.
It wasn't that triple entendre shit, all that shit. It wasn't, fuck that, it wasn't complicated. The nigga told you everything he was saying to you in plain form.
The same talk, right?
The same talk, you ain't had to think too hard to understand the man said, I made my friend.
And then you ain't heard him and the man is like all
That's
that
exactly
stuff.
what he said. I mean,
They all had dinner with Jay-Z.
Rick Ross verse should have been longer. What?
Oh.
I actually like Lil Wayne verse better too.
Yeah, well, Lil Wayne is a little more interesting. That's the key.
I like Rock Marciano album better than the verse.
That Alchemist rock. And,
Rock Marciano, the Alchemist. What's the Elephant Bones album? Elephant Man
I
Bones.
was more excited about that than the verse.
who? Say it again.
Your old Drew.
Oh, your old Drew. He was just here like a couple of weeks ago, wasn't he? Yeah. Did anybody go to that your old Drew concert?
Don't he wear suits and do-rags?
Damn.
I love it.
Actually, this is not in relation to this verse, but it is like a hip hop thing. So this weekend, I literally just came from Detroit, and yesterday one of my friends was working. I guess there was a Meek Mill concert there, and apparently people were like walking out. Like it apparently was like no one was really fucking there. So I was like, wow, that kind of sucks. I guess I don't know if he's just not as popular outside of the East Coast or what the deal is. But yeah, they said it was like.
Do you remember the last time
Show.
Meek Mills was in Chicago?
I do not.
Exactly.
I've never. I was gonna say I've never been to his shows.
I mean, the thing about that is that, and that's part of the reason why we do what we do, is because everybody has a showcase of their what they consider their talent from their city.
Yeah.
And everybody has their platform, and everybody's getting all their, all that, their flowers and the yalla bullshit. But it don't matter if you're not actually comparing them to, in my opinion, the city that really would tear up any MC that you thought was the best MC from anywhere else. Any style that another MC from another place does, it was already done here in Chicago by somebody years ago, and we moved on. But the industry kind of deliberately avoids that because, obviously, if you take us out of the equation, New York gets its flag to wave and everybody goes, oh. And that's not just, it's just old, it's outdated, it's played out. So one of the things we like to do is we like to acknowledge and show our respect to MCs who are from the crib, sincerely, who do they fucking thing.
Exactly. Always.
Which is why we got Vic Spencer in the house tonight. We got Race Bannon in the house tonight.
Yes, sir.
We got this whole Supa Sounds thing in the house tonight. We got Taiwan Davis, I think, is in the house.
We got
Taiwan's in the house.
We got
early
Vell da
morning.
General, we got AM.
Yeah, we got AM early morning in the building. So yeah,
And all of them, they projects, yo, if you listening to hip hop and you haven't heard any of their recent projects and their latest jams, yo, fuck what you talking about.
Yeah, so after they perform, they got merch over here. So make sure that you support the artists. If you like them.
All right, so seriously, I
Oh my
always
God, there are
say.
cassette tapes over there. That's amazing. That's really dope.
So I always say the top 5 of Chicago, and they actually in this building: Supa Sounds, Culture Power 45, Vic Spencer, Fillmore Green, and Neek. Those are my top 5. And I could be wrong, there's some food, there's some more. There's AM early morning, you know what I mean?
Who's nasty.
Consistent motherfuckers that flood the streets all the time. And I love this shit, you know what I mean? It's like, hey, watch my guys rise, you know? But this is the Chicago movement. And this is what I fuck with on all levels. As a fan, as a photographer, as a, documenting all this shit. You know what I mean? This is my city, so these my peeps, this is my music. You know what I mean? So we have to all represent that and do parts. And that's another reason why we do this shit. You know what I mean? So it's for our niggas. It's for our niggas.
That's it, right
Yeah,
there.
we definitely gonna document this night because I believe there's some history right here that's gonna be made. It's gonna be a dope night, so I'm excited.
Me too. I'm super excited.
So what we about to do, because we got so many people to talk to, we about to remove ourselves. Kaz, we're gonna let you.
Take over.
We're gonna let you handle this. We want all of y'all know the names we mentioned, to come on up here, talk your talk, walk your walk with the mans, and just build with them. And give everybody, some insight, history, what y'all doing currently, music-wise, what's next. I mean, like, come on. It's like, next is like tomorrow for you, and then after that, you know what I'm saying? But, we gonna fit you in with one of your recent projects. Let me stop it. All right, come on.
Right, because Vic got like 26 projects on deck.
We ready in 2024. So yeah, we can have Ray Span and Vic and
Might need a chair.
It's like the 5 heartbeats.
Nights like this. Nights like this.
so if y'all could go down the line and introduce yourselves, you know what I mean, where you from, what side of the city you're from and stuff like that.
Yeah, no doubt. AM Early Morning. My name is AM Early Morning. I'm from out west, Oakley Block. You already know what time it is. If you done heard from me before, you already know what time it is. We from that out west area, man. So, yes. My name is AM Early Morning. I've been doing this for about 10 years. I just dropped like 4 projects the past year. Kingdom of Criminality with Stu Bangers. Oakley 2, which is one of my fan favorites in Chicago. Justified Truth with my young boy Jay Wade. And I literally just dropped the Cussing Tower with my main man, original super legend. So it's been a beautiful year. Shit been great, you know what I mean? I've been reaching out. I just came back from Mexico. I did a tour in Mexico, did a tour in Canada. Just did Ruido Festival, which is like the top Hispanic Mexican festival of Chicago, period.
Represent.
Yeah, so like I said, I think I'm just doing it for the Hispanic culture, for the black culture, for everybody out here right now, and just kind of just moving forward and doing my thing. So check me out, AM Early Morning, amearlymorning.com, just like that. You feel me?
That was an official plug.
Yo,
I've been on tour, man. I'm seasoned. You know what I'm saying? I'm seasoned. I'm ready.
Hey, that shit was official. For real. Race Bannon, COO of Supa Sounds, artist, entrepreneur. Man, shit, I done tried about everything, really. Be truthful. Yeah, just got a new project out called Aandete. Yeah, I don't even know if I got it right, you know. I named it that. It looked sexy on it. It just looked sexy, right? Like with that font, and then you put the face with it. I was like, that shit sexy.
Shit sexy.
But no, I mean, it means it's an Afrikaans word. It means supper. You know what I'm saying? So it's just in line with the whole. It's a campaign, right? You know, the first one was 5-star morning. Second one was out to lunch. Last one, of course, is supper or Aandete. Just wanted to make it sexy. Nobody knows how to say it. I probably didn't say it right. You know what I'm saying? I asked Siri, but what she know? You know what I'm saying? Man, rocked out the last show. I rocked out in Melrose Park with AM. We rocked at the Bearded Villains. What is that? The Bearded Villains meetup. You know what I'm saying? Thanks to our brother Jellify, who he's got the Oakley 2 project with. So I got a project coming out with Jellify soon enough. Man, on top of that, just with the label, Vic's working on another record with original super legend. Just dropped the Cuss and Tie with AM Early Morning with, man, crazy features on it. Man, just trying to highlight Chicago artists and artists that are working.
Give it up for that. Just give it up for that.
They got waves, and give them what can I say? Something physical. You know what I'm saying? We in the realm, right? Like, you know, the joke was Vic putting out a record, you know, and then tomorrow was the new record. But it's not really a joke. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody drop a record, and how long does the record really last on streaming, right? You were talking about
that was actually a question I was going to get into.
Yeah, you know, I'm in your brain. So it's like, pause. So it's like, you know, about 48 hours and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then everybody done forgot about it, you know? So when, you know, we got away from the physical. So to bring the physical back, it's kind of like a time capsule. People can't forget about it. You got the art, you see physical art, you know, liner notes. I remember just reading the liner notes. We used to go back to the dorm and everybody chop up a blunt. We sit around, smoke the blunt, fucking read the liner notes. Now we know who the engineer is. That's how people even knew who Bob Powers were. We don't even, you know what I'm saying? And Young Guru, who's breaking down people's verses now. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no liner notes now. I don't know who engineered what. Barely know who the producer is. If anybody else had the input, you know, everybody in that circle knows, but nobody else knows. So that's also part of what it's really about, having a physical piece of art and for artists that are working hard. So that's the spiel for me. Supa Sounds, LLC.com. Yeah, I had to go back, like, oh yeah, you gotta drop it at the end. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna get it up.
Bring it.
Yo, I'm Vic Spencer. I'm from over east. I'm really all around Chicago. If I lived in Lamron, then I'm from Inglewood, goddamn it. You know what I'm saying?
Go.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I dropped 2 albums this year. Still Here and Mudslide.
Yes, sir.
Both albums out now. You know what I'm saying? Drop that. And you know, dropping something next month. They say I'm a workaholic. I'm not dropping. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm representing for the Supa Sounds. You know, got both of the albums where the Legend Laws of Power and Still Here is on Supa Sounds. So, you know, I'm representing the squad.
Hey, GQ talking shit about you right now.
Damn.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Vell da General, and that's spelled V-E-L-L-D-A General. It's a blessing to share the stage with elite talent. You know what I'm saying? I look up to all these guys, and they just like breathing me in. You know, I'm a young cat. I actually got the first album that released through Supa Sounds, and that was Morse Code, which was my first album. You know what I'm saying? Sold out real quick. I got a couple copies just in case if y'all like it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do a few joints off that. And I just dropped a fresh album, you know what I'm saying? Collaboration with Vinyle Records. And it's entitled Camouflage. It's streaming right now. I got joints on there with Tony Bands, you know, Debbie Durst, and you know, other Chicago hip-hop legends. And I got features from Vic Spencer and you know, other Chicago legends. I kept it all Chicago, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just ready to rock for y'all. Tony Bands nigga, a legend, nigga. That's 110% facts, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna rock some shit from Morse Code for y'all, and then I'm gonna give y'all a couple joints off my new album too, man. So y'all check me out, man, for sure.
Woo woo.
So how important is consistency? How important is putting out this music on a regular, you know, artist basis, such as, you know, you guys on stage right here? Like, what's the work ethic looking like? You know, because I seen Vic. I know Vic. He's crazy. This dude will play albums for 2025 for you. You know what I mean? Like, this dude, he don't play. I know his schedule. I hate just, hey, what you doing? I'm in the studio. All right, let me get some shots. So, you know, how important is that to you for your artistry and just for the sake of creation?
It's probably the biggest thing ever, man. I got 8 albums spread out already for 3 years.
Damn.
So,
There you go.
Well, okay.
I mean, I just dropped 4 albums from March until literally last week. So it's very important to answer his question. It's very important. I feel like me and Vic are in the same lane as far as underground hip hop artists that's happening. Only thing is I have the Hispanic kind of group with me as well. And I feel like I'm one of the only Hispanics that's doing this right now lyrically as far as the Griselda wave or whatever the hell you want to call it, underground, whatever.
The AM way.
Whatever. Yes, there you go.
AM early morning way.
There you go. So that's the biggest thing for me is, you know, these albums that I dropped this year, I dropped 4 of them. And like I said, the first one with Kingdom of Criminality with Novator, that album was done 8 months before March. So that's just to give you, and I paused for you to understand, like our lives as rappers. You know what I'm saying? The things that I've been doing is, it's so far ahead of what's going on. What you hear today is what I thought about 9 months ago.
Yeah.
Damn.
So that's just what that is. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, to answer the question, yes, it's a huge thing. Period. You know what I'm saying? If you're not, one of my buddies told me this. He said, if you're not dropping 4 albums in a year and you're an underground artist, nobody, and excuse my language, nobody gives a fuck who you are. Period. Period. And that goes for no one else. Like, I've seen Vic do it. I've seen all these guys up here grind every day. You know what I mean? So, period. I don't have to say too much.
I feel like consistency is important because it's like a business plan, you know what I'm saying? Like Nike know what they dropping in 2026, you know what I'm saying? I want to know what I'm dropping in 2026, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? I drop 4 albums a year all the time for the past, 5 years.
I've seen it.
And I got like 16 albums in the tuck. Yeah, because I go to the studio, I used to record every other Sunday every other Sunday for like 6 years. You know what I'm saying? Well, every Sunday for 6 years. Now I'm going every other Sunday, but you know what I'm saying? I'm still working. The work non-stop, you know what I'm saying? Go to the studio for 5 hours to come out 6 songs, and you accumulate all that. It just turns out to be, albums, you know what I'm saying? I'm well organized, so all of it's organized in my Dropbox and all that, so that, yeah.
And we go to the same engineer, so he not lying. Like, I'm for real.
I'm taking up all
go
hard
to the
drive
same
space right
engineer.
I'm taking up mad hard drive space at the grindhouse, for sure. And yeah, I'm ready to unload the clips for sure.
As far as consistency, I probably drop on average probably like 1 to 2 albums a year, and just try to go that way. Looking up to these guys, you know what I'm saying? Like when I come to hang out with Vic, I look at the drive and they make me want to go a little bit harder. I run a credit repair business, so I'll be busy. You feel me? So it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a
What's that
blessing.
called?
I start building the Billion LLC. I'm trying to help build a billion people credit. You know what I'm saying?
What can they find?
You can find it right here with my number. It's 316-487-8258. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, it's a blessing like the family understand hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Because when I was doing my albums, after the first joint, I felt like I was gonna get rich. You feel me? So it's like, but as far as consistency, I just feel like my music kind of timeless. You know what I'm saying? When you finally do get on it, you got to go back and do your research. And I could just drop like 1 or 2, and you know what I'm saying? Like if you in the core audience, you appreciate it. But looking up to these guys, though, it's time to get more activated because I overstand hip hop now. It's a culture, it's a way of life. So that's something I got to get better on. But music is timeless. Y'all are here today for sure. Vell da General.
I think if you're independent and you don't have the machine behind you to drive your content in front of people who are just continually scrolling and swiping, it would be hard for you to maintain their attention without being consistent in some form, shape, or fashion. So even if you're not like dropping 4 albums, you better be dropping like some videos.
Yeah.
You better have some interviews going. You know, because we in a content-driven era. You know what I'm saying? It's no way around it. So consistency as far as like reminding people that you even exist is probably the one thing that I would say you got to do in some shape, form, or fashion. At least online you exist. I know that was a wild ass statement and shit. But you know, your online presence, not in your day-to-day life. You know what I'm saying?
Both, right.
So how important is it to create physical? Because I see, like Moxie said, there's set tapes on the tape. You know what I mean? Like, how important is it? Because like, you know, I'm from the era when you had the experience of purchasing music. Like you said, liner notes and all that stuff. All of that was important. It's part of the experience. So how important is it to create physicals and put it out there?
I think it's more important to figure out who you have, what you know, and who's listening to your shit. More than just being like, I'm gonna make 200 CDs and shit. Cause I've done that, and I've only sold 3. So you have to know what you're doing, who you're dealing with, and what your price point is, what your people who are fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? Like I done sold CDs and only sold 20.
Content.
Yeah.
Would you rather stay independent or would you rather be signed? Yeah.
At this point, I just came up trying to launch my own record label. Like with my previous album before this one, and it's crazy. Like I spent about 150K.
Yeah, Mike.
You know what I'm saying? Spent about 150K. You feel me? And I learned a lot. You feel me? But it just made me to the point where I say, you know what? I'm at the point where I'm ready to make some money. You feel me? And I know I should be making some money. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather, you know what I'm saying, get with somebody because I don't necessarily drop 10 albums a year, but I can go in the album and I can go in the studio and create an album. You feel me? So like if I get a 2-year, $2 million deal right quick, just so I get 2 M's and then like and keep doing what I need to do. And then in another 2 years, I can jump off and do my own thing. But like right now, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm ready to get a machine behind me though. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I signed with Vinyle Records recently.
Okay.
After on my record label. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what they do, but if they do what they do, if they don't do what they do, as long as I'm building my legacy, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna always. The core audience is always going to be strong, you feel me? So, it's
All right, good answer.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna stay independent too, but I also like to collab with different people because when you see like people working hard, doing the same kind of line of work that you're doing, and can maximize on something that you necessarily don't typically have in your career, you can collab with them and then make it better. Like for example, for me, I didn't have a lot of merch going on until I started collabing with these vinyl companies, and that's what, man, now I'm on and popping now, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like the collab is always something that could always contribute to something that's missing from what you think that could make you excel in the game.
All right.
I mean, I'm a COO of a record label, so I think I kind of answered that question with my actions. But with that being said, you know, the collab idea, like collabing with somebody that's in PR, you know, or marketing right now, to me seems like a really smart move. You know, maybe we can help each other, maybe they can help me for a percentage or whatever, but independent seems pretty cool right now, you know? I mean, Lupe recorded an album at home in GarageBand with a USB mic.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, to be truthful, the 3 records I put out, I did the same thing. I just didn't tell everybody, you know what I'm saying? he got online and told everybody. And, I recorded that shit in my bedroom. You know what I mean? Like, he tell you he done came over to my house and record. You talking about coming to record a verse? I recorded. Do I mix it? No, I sent it to somebody. I recorded that shit at home. Why? Why am I? It goes back to I'm working smarter, not harder. I find somebody that can engineer it in a way that it sounds good. I can get it mastered, cut down my costs, and focus on other things. You know what I'm saying? So something like that, yeah. I think in this era, it's good to be independent, but I'm not mad at a collaboration. You know what I'm saying? In some shape, form, or fashion. Buy me out. I mean, I don't know.
No, I think for me, I got no problem saying that. I just made a lot of money independently. For me, and at the end of the day, artists be like, oh, I want to be an artist, I want to be this, I want to be that. At the end of the day, it's about feeding your family, taking care of people that you need to take care of. And for me, just the independent stuff worked great. I done had things where, like I told you, sold t-shirts where I had 80 t-shirts left over. I done sold hats where I sold out and I didn't have enough. So, for me, just looking at pros and cons and how it weighs out, I'm independent for life right now. So somebody else tell me otherwise or do something else, I guess. We'll see that later.
That's lit.
All right. So I got one more question, and then we'll wrap it up. How do you feel about the city scene right now? Because I mentioned you guys, as my personal top 5, but do you feel like the scene appreciate your service to the culture?
I'll be truthful, man. I don't know. I don't go outside. It's probably been the first time I've been out.
But I mean, doing shows out here, just everything. How do you feel about the scene right now?
I feel like Chicago, low key, like the guys I look up to and listen to in Chicago. Chicago got some of the best talent, in the world. But the only thing about Chicago is that we ain't figured out a way to how to do more of what's going on this stage right now. You know what I'm saying? And as far as unite. Because, it's crazy how these other guys can get in tune and then all of a sudden they the next Griselda. But low key, I think I could build a mixtape featuring a few of these guys and go at it with these cats.
I'm
actually proud of Chicago, and I use a lot of Chicago producers and a lot of features from Chicago, you feel me? So I feel like we better than a lot of people. It's just that we ain't found the right machine to push us the right way, you feel me? So that's what it is with me.
We segregated. You know what I'm saying? That's the point. We segregated. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of different crews. It's a lot of different things going on. We just ain't found that way, like Vell was saying. But in addition, we ain't found that way to add on to what's going on as a group. These groups over here, and then these groups over here, and come together. Like, we all Gen X pretty much up here. You know what I'm saying? So it's just it's a whole different conglomerate of genres of music going on, and we just ain't figured out how we can blend in with that, because my music blend in with the Griselda cats before it blend in with psychodrama or some shit, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. So, and then I'll be the first to work with them. I always like digging up the legends, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to ECL. So I like going and digging in the crates and thinking about all the times when I had the Sox Park Mob mixtapes, going to Just Dance across the street from Lane Tech and going crazy and spending all my money and getting all CDs early before everybody else. That's me. I'm a Chicago nigga, so that's, you know what I'm saying? I'm always gonna be repping. And you see throughout my whole career, my whole catalog, I done work with everybody from this movie. Everybody from it. So
what's going down, yeah.
Yeah. And these guys just call me while I'm ironing clothes or something, you know what I'm saying? So it be regular as hell. You FaceTime from Twister, man, what?
Yes.
Telling you they listen to your music for 3 hours. So that's always a good thing to have, like, legends before you, big you up and stuff like that. But to work with them and unify the situation, I think that's tenfold. And if we can figure out to work with these young people that's flourishing in the game right now, then I feel like we'll be well off as a Chicago unit.
Who's gonna kill it?
What we talking about? The Chicago? Yeah, I mean, I floated off, man. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I smelled that shit in your hand. I started thinking about some other shit.
But is that the mindset though? Go to the next
Well,
thing.
I mean,
Go out,
I
go
just
beyond.
tell you that
Because
the
it don't
thought
have to be about it.
The thought that came to mind was creating like a money circle, right? That people want to break into. You know, I remember having this conversation years ago, even with DJs, you know what I'm saying, from here, as far as playing more Chicago artists so that outside people would hear it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you come, like I remember everybody coming back from Louisiana playing Hot Boys, but that was because you were in Louisiana, then you brought it back to us, right? So I was like, why it can't be the reverse? And then why, when I'm turning on, even like college radio, I'm hearing mostly like New York underground hip hop, you know, versus Chicago underground hip hop, when I know there's a lot of Chicago underground hip hop, you know what I mean? So then if you're doing that and then everybody is buying into the artists from Chicago, then we create a money circle, and then whoever gets big, then people from outside, they're gonna wanna end that money circle because you're making money and people wanna make money with you, right? So now they want to, now back to what I'm saying, what's your buy-in, right? That's how Baby and them got the $30 million offer, right? People wanted to buy into what they had going on. So I think with the unity coming up, if we could do that, you know, get behind some artists, you know what I'm saying? People rally around and we create a money circle. That in turn can bring industry here. You know what I mean? That's how industry ended up in places like Atlanta and other places, you know what I'm saying, outside of your normal places like New York or LA.
I wasn't trying to be all in the camera and shit.
No,
It's all good, Baines.
Hey, we're a family. Go ahead.
Nah, you know what I'm saying? I ain't, you know, y'all the camera, I wasn't trying to enter, you know, fam, phone.
We love you.
Yeah, it's all good, G.
And you know you're good with me. You know what I'm saying?
And thank you for coming out, G, because I never see you anywhere, G.
I'm definitely finna start coming out. Fucking right, I'm finna be outside. Yeah. So all be aware, I'm finna be the fuck outside. Tell all your friends. You can find me anywhere.
You're scaring them.
No, I don't want them to be scared. I want him to show up.
There you go. I feel that.
Alright, so I'd probably say, so I'm from Oakley Block. I'm from right off Western, man. I had people literally in Mexico screaming. When I say out west, y'all scream Shot City. Out west,
Shot City.
y'all laugh. And people in Mexico said Shot City immediately. So it's just, it's for me, it's forget the artists, forget all that. We need the crowd, the people. You know what I'm saying? Why is it when Drake come to town, every motherfucker dressed up, ready to go, 13 hours before that nigga pull up? Why when Westside Gun and Griselda pull up, everybody ready to go to their motherfucking show? Why is everybody paying $85 for a fucking t-shirt? It's a dub right there. I guarantee it's 30 motherfuckers in here that bought a Westside Gun t-shirt and they not gonna buy my $10 CD. That's not to down anybody in here. That's just to show that, yo, what is the problem and issue at hand? What is the problem and the issue that is at hand? Why are people from Mexico screaming, Oakley Block, Oakley Block, Oakley Block? And people from Oakley Block standing there like this. It's because everybody worried about what they doing and not, what everybody else is doing and not worried about what you doing. That's what it is. So I got 30 motherfuckers in here right now that could literally pull their phones out, post me on Instagram and say, a.m. at a.m. early morning.
There you go.
I'm not saying you have to do it. I'm saying is if you fuck with me, that's what you are going to do. If you fuck with Drake, that's what you're going to do. If you fuck with Westside Gun, Benny or Conway, that's what you're going to do. So why aren't you doing that for the Chicago artist that's in your town, in your place?
Boom!
Where the fuck you from? Why are you not doing that? But you're talking about motherfuckers from another city, another state, another town every day. All day long. I hear Chicago niggas talking about Jay-Z and Nas all day long, but never talked about Common or Lupe ever. That's all I got to say.
That's exactly what I wanted. Thank you, man. All right, with that energy, let's wrap this shit up.
Right.
Any last words y'all gotta say? Shout out to
Any
the
audience
website.
questions?
Any audience questions? Anybody?
I mean, they said everything.
Yeah, pretty much. I think you
They
wrapped it up.
did everything but drop the mic. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all go ahead, give y'all last shout outs, and then we keep it moving to the performance.
It's lit.
AM Early Morning, AMEarlyMorning.com.
Shout out to each and every last one of you, ladies and gents. You are true scholars. And, I appreciate all of you for lending your ears to anything Vic Spencer and Supa Sounds related. Thank you.
Wait. Y'all gotta do better than that. This is like, come on now, these guys.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, I just want to reiterate that fact, you know, because you could be anywhere. So, I mean, anybody that just purposely came out to hang out with us, man, we appreciate you. You know
Thank
what I'm
y'all.
saying? Every single body, you know what I mean? It means a lot. And I mean that genuinely from the heart, you know what I'm saying? Because you could be anywhere else, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker told me, my guy came in here, best friend since 3rd grade, walked through the rain, got here. So, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate all people, you know what I'm saying? To keep it funky.
I always believe in quality over quantity, so I appreciate everybody that came here. And like I said, it's an honor to share the stage with these guys and, you know, to introduce myself to y'all, you know what I'm saying? So I'm ready to rock.
Let's go, Phil! Yeah!
I ain't never been no shit like this. Shit. Add this to my resume. Yeah. Off that Vic Spencer Super Legend album, Legend Laws of Power. You can also find that on the table. Working. Hey, I'd rather keep it G than to keep score. 116, leave you bored and sore. To the core, niggas is hoes that hold microphone cords. I do what I want, now they all want war.
Bring it, I don't smoke.
Always breaking the beat into pieces. And sit back like I've been defeated, I'm just weeded. And y'all be buying watermelon that is seeded. I'm the prototype of what the world is really needing. Niggas at my head, but I get plenty rest. You inject hormones in your ribs for the tenderness. You went to grab a dildo when you first heard get the straps. Rubber grip, leave you holy niggas need kicks and flat. Niggas don't want to get money, they rather have clout. The number one thing you shouldn't have is doubt. Ouch, you need to bounce. I don't know you can, homie. Been a threat, so they threat me on my own. Shocking news, roll up the tropic fruit. I'm not surprised niggas don't follow rules. The honest truth, the sonic boom in the tonic room. Busy as fuck, I got a lot to do. Shit. Sucker and succotash. If I see your face, I'll be the first to punch it fast. That shit goes for all my foes. Nothing gon' happen to me because these niggas is hoes. I get back to rapping because rapping's a habit. Then that habit turned to magic. The classics is hella classic. This is still a massive takeover when I am rapping. The acid taking over the dust, you get smashed in. The task was official, niggas turning to snakes. I've been cold back when Alex Wiley looked like a breaks. Vic throw up the brakes, the middle finger to Jakes. And go take a shit on somebody's wake. I'm out of here.
Yeah, check it. Hip-hop, now it's more like a horror story. Yeah, we take the body parts, this another category. It's like I'm running through a maze off of English rooms. Shot a million times, Dr. K with pedal wolves. Outside with them hair hunters. They some shooters to you, but they are my brothers. Counting paper, doing numbers, watching undercovers. Junkies stick the whole line, watching do wonders. It's understood probably like my whole life. My best decision, I ain't have to think about it twice. Got it out the mud, turn it into gold. I can't try to whip less it's 30 years old. Nickel sand dumping bodies out in Michigan. The feds listening, damn they wanna do it again. I swear, damn they wanna do it again. Bunch of stars cooking up like a Michelin. Nickel sand, it's that nickel sand. Nickel sand, it's that nickel sand. At the top, and I'm shining again. At the top, and I'm shining again. Nickel sand, it's that nickel sand. Nickel sand, it's that nickel sand. At the top, and I'm shining again. At the top, and I'm shining again. How the fuck y'all doing, man?
Listen, I sprinkle a little gold bond inside my cold hands and push up on your girl with ease. Don't mess with the Zohan. No hands out, but I'm still hands on. I keep my hand in like I got my homework done. They don't want none, complete domination. You gotta add me in to complete the conversation. You can preach, just not to the congregation. Don't need it wasted. Only so many breaths left for the taking. So the count, make them count every action statement. Make it count to my bank account statement. And outstand out, that goes without saying. Before I bow out, I can't go without saying. The weight's heavy, time to wait. So be ready to ride the wave and navigate steady. Follow through, avoid the petty. Keep it true to you, whatever you do it very.
Rockin' rap flowing cactus in the cold arms. In this concrete jungle, I'm like Conan. Fucking feelings nowadays, I'm so numb. I feel this shit in a little bit, you rap so dumb. But what you hold on, can't run with the clothes on. These niggas is scared, no need to expose them. We hold guns, we hold funds, but we hold some. Broke rappers always want to hold some. Money over bitches cause these hoes dumb. Living a nigga legacy for my son. Back in the day, he had beef, got stole on. Small circle since the second grade, busy got told on. I blow on. Word up. I'm out of here. Supa Sounds, LLC.com. Racetacular.com. RACETACULA. Just like Dracula, when you hear the you know it's me. I'm out.
One verse a month. One verse.